getting your forehead ripped open, to being stomped until your insides rupture. These are the 10 most outrageous moments in bull riding history. At number 10, Dustin Hall climbed on Perfect Storm back in 2002.
Score with Ty Murray in Greensboro, Lee Aiken at Fort Worth for 94.5, and Dustin Hall.
He walked into the championship round in Little Rock confident. Perfect Storm detonated him in seconds.
Will he add his name to the list? I'm afraid not.
Jerked around, tossed off the side. Hall walked away on his own though, but if Hall walked out, Tyler Haar at number 9 nearly didn't in Ontario.
The greatest fans of all time.
Barely seconds into his ride on Pandora's Pyxis, Haar got launched and bounced off the bull's neck.
Whoa!
Landed right under the hooves as they came down, somehow escaped serious injury. Now, while Haar dodged hooves, Corey Rash at number 8 got crushed in New York City.
So well, and even though his feet aren't turned out typically, this guy shuffles and moves.
Rash hit the ground hard on his tailbone. Copperhead Slinger spun and pinned him against the chutes with the horns.
We can get a look at it. I think he just hit the ground hard enough right on his tailbone right there, and we'll see if the bull gets him here. No, maybe that helps squish.
A loud crunch echoed through Madison Square Garden. That sound said everything. And speaking of brutal sounds, Cody Custer at number 7 battled Perfect Storm for 5 minutes straight.
He's one of the most spectacular bucking bulls. Let's see what, if the rope's got a hold, it broke. He's got to get up and get out of there.
The 1992 PRCA World Champion fought that bull in the chute at the 2001 World Championships. Got thrashed repeatedly before finally getting out. And when he was finally out, he got thrown off in seconds.
Coming right. Come on, Cody.
He had twisted his ankle when the bull flipped in the chute. Dislocated tendon, surgery, and 3 months out followed. That bull was vicious. Although Custer battled in the chute, Gage Gay at number 6 dealt with chaos after his ride. Gay got jerked forward in Albuquerque and made contact with Corpus Red's horns, fell off. The bull turned and launched both Gay and bullfighter Jesse Burns into the air. One bull, 2 bodies airborne. Absolutely outrageous. While Gay got launched, Ty Pozzobon at number 5 fell into the worst possible spot in St. Louis.
Buck and shoot. Rock River Red, the name of the bull. Ty
Pozzobon came into round 1 of the 2014 BFTS St. Louis Invitational focused. He got bucked off Rock River Red and landed underneath as the bull went airborne, dodged the front hooves. The back ones crushed him into the dirt.
Mine is a no score. Official clock was 7.69.
Yep.
7.69 on the official clock.
Look at that.
Direct contact with his back, full weight driving him down. Pozzobon crawled to safety, every movement looking agonizing. The impact flattened him completely. His spine absorbed 2,000 pounds of pure bull muscle at maximum force. Everything just compressed, Pozzobon described later. My whole spine felt like it got crushed for a second. Couldn't move because I didn't know what still worked. Severe bruising covered his back, muscle damage requiring weeks of treatment. Doctors kept checking if I could feel my legs, he remembered. That's when I realized how close things came to being permanent. His family pushed for retirement. Pozzobon healed first, decided later. Crawling out on my hands and knees was humbling, he confessed. Really shows how fast everything can change. He came back eventually, though those hooves never left his memory. Now at number 4, Ross Coleman showed what real toughness looks like at the 2002 World Finals.
Finals number 2 for the World Championship, and he's on Copperhead from Terry Wall.
Coleman drew Maximus in round 4, got jerked forward, and his forehead connected with the horn. The skin on his forehead got knocked clean off. Blood poured down his face immediately.
Cheers, he just overrides that bull. The bull kind of hesitates and drifts, gets him off to the inside. Ross just
walked out on his own, blood streaming, like it was nothing.
Coleman would have, holy cow, that's not the first time we've seen blood dripping from his head.
Robbie Harrington's 122 bull carved into Coleman's head, yet he never stopped riding. Adrenaline's strange, Coleman explained afterward. Didn't even register the horn caught me until I saw the blood after getting off. The gash needed extensive stitching. Doctors couldn't believe he kept riding with that wound. They said most people would have passed out from shock, he shared. I just wanted to finish. Didn't seem like a big deal then. His forehead carries a permanent scar from Maximus. Coleman treats it like a badge. People ask about it constantly, he noted. I tell them bulls don't care about your face. You shouldn't either if you want to keep riding. That toughness inspired an entire generation. Although Coleman's forehead got ripped, Fabricio Alves at number 3 became completely helpless in Colorado Springs.
Opening too soon.
Like I said, you know, they figure out the game.
Alves walked into round 3 of the 2005 U.S. Army Invitational ready. Neon Knights jerked him around, then hung him up on the side, dragged him while stomping repeatedly. Alves stayed hung the entire time, like a rag doll.
No place to go. Fabricio Alves gets away.
Jerry Nelson and Tom Teague's infamous 5.55 bull gave Alves a severe concussion. He needed help leaving the arena. The hang-up felt endless. Each stomp drove Alves deeper while he dangled helplessly. I remember the first few stomps, Alves said later. After that, everything goes blank. My brain just shut down. Concussion symptoms lasted months. Headaches, dizziness, light sensitivity, constant reminders. Couldn't train properly for a long time, he admitted. Every time I focused, my head would pound. Really makes you appreciate a working brain. Doctors monitored closely. Concussions carry serious long-term risks. They warned me about second impact syndrome, Alves recalled. Said another hit before healing could be catastrophic. That scared me more than the wreck. He took recovery seriously, waiting for full clearance before returning. While Alves got dragged, Dean Wilson at number 2 almost lost everything at the 1997 World Finals.
That's kind of dangerous. Push that bull over. Saw Lonnie Steverson broke his leg.
Wilson came into round 4 and drew knock him out John. The bull exploded out and bucked Wilson off fast. As the bull whipped back toward him, Joe Baumgartner jumped in front.
We saw Sam Medlock, the youngster, ride this bull and slap him. When that bout knocked him. Look at Joe Baumgartner. He just literally takes the bull.
Baumgartner saved Wilson's life. Johnny Ackle and Terry Williams' 111 bull was coming in hot. Wilson had hit the ground dazed, completely vulnerable to what would have come next. I didn't see the bull coming back, Wilson revealed. Had no clue how much danger I was in until people told me what Joe did. Baumgartner's split-second decision prevented tragedy. Knock him out John was charging with intent. Joe put himself in harm's way for me, Wilson said. That's not in his job description. That's heroism. The bullfighter redirected the bull's aggression away from the defenseless rider. Timing had to be perfect. If Joe's even a second slower, I'm probably not here, Wilson admitted. That bull was coming to finish it. The moment became legendary. Perfect example of why bullfighters are essential. I thanked him afterward, but words don't cover it, Wilson reflected. How do you properly thank someone for saving your life? But even with heroic saves, nothing prevented what happened at number 1 with Zach Brown and Grave Digger.
Zach Brown on Grave Digger from...
Brown walked into round 2 of the 2005 Nile Invitational in Billings ready to compete. He got bucked off and his head slammed into the ground. Grave Digger whipped around and stomped on him, at least twice. Direct chest hits.
Short turn around to the left. That's into Zach's hand. Now the reverse back the other way and that shake.
Looked bad. Turned out catastrophic. Brown got knocked senseless from the head impact. Then came the chest stomps from Mike Corey and Dan Russell's 070 bull.
Guys, he is stunned to say the least. There's bodies all over the arena.
The damage wasn't visible outside. Inside, his small intestine was perforated. Brown underwent emergency surgery that night. Doctors raced to repair internal damage before infection spread. I woke up in the hospital with no memory, Brown shared. They explained the surgery and how serious it was. That's when reality hit. Small intestine perforation is life-threatening. Without immediate surgery, sepsis becomes inevitable. The doctor said I got incredibly fortunate they caught it when they did, he recalled. Another few hours and we're discussing something completely different. Recovery stretched nearly a year and a half. Brown couldn't compete, could barely exercise. Simple things like eating became complicated, he explained. My digestive system had to relearn how to function after surgery. His family assumed his riding days were finished. Brown refused to accept that. "I kept telling myself I'd ride again," he stated. "Didn't matter how long. Gravedigger wasn't gonna be my last bull." He did make a full recovery, returned to competition against all odds. "People thought I was crazy for coming back," Brown acknowledged. "Maybe I was, but quitting never felt right." His determination inspired countless others, proof that even the worst wrecks don't have to end careers. These moments showed how outrageous bull riding can become. From forehead gashes to perforated intestines, riders faced unimaginable scenarios. They climbed back on anyway, faced the bulls again despite the risks, because that's what defines them. Outrageous moments create legendary stories. Sometimes those stories involve emergency surgery and year-long recoveries, but riders keep returning, keep pushing boundaries, keep proving that 8 seconds is worth whatever comes after.